Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah Williams, speaking to you from here in the UK. Today, I want to talk about a hidden health risk many people over 60 face. As a doctor, I've spent years treating patients who did everything they were told was right, yet still suffered sudden, life-changing strokes. What surprises most of them is this. The problem often isn't junk food, lack of exercise, or bad habits. In this video, I'll explain how aging changes the way your body reacts to certain vegetables and why understanding this could help protect.
Did you know that one of the vegetables already in your kitchen, something you've eaten for years believing it was healthy, could quietly increase your risk of a stroke overnight? No warning, no pain. You go to sleep feeling normal, and by morning your speech is slurred, your balance is off, or one side of your body won't respond. As a neurologist who has spent decades caring for older adults, I've seen far too many seniors harmed not by junk food, but by foods they trusted to protect them. Vegetables. Yes, vegetables. The very foods that once supported your health can, after age 60, begin working against you. What changed? Your body did. Aging slows kidney function, stiffens arteries, and alters how your blood manages sodium, sugar, and minerals. When that balance is disrupted, strokes and dangerous clots can form silently, sometimes overnight. Today, I'll reveal 7 common vegetables that can quietly damage your brain, disrupt circulation, and threaten independence if you don't know how to manage them wisely. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could truly save your life. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend clicking the button and turning on notifications so you never miss a health tip designed just for you. If you find this video helpful, comment 1. If not, comment 0 so I can improve future content. If you're over 60, you've likely been told that spinach is one of the healthiest foods you can eat. You've heard it since childhood: eat your greens, protect your heart. It sounds harmless, even smart. But what if this so-called superfood could actually trigger a stroke overnight? Spinach is extremely high in vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clotting. In younger bodies, this balance works well. But after 60, things change quietly. The liver processes medication more slowly, blood vessels become fragile, and many seniors are prescribed blood thinners like warfarin or Coumadin to prevent clots. Here's the risk. Vitamin K directly counteracts these medications. If you suddenly eat large amounts of spinach, big salads, smoothies, or sautéed greens, your medication loses effectiveness. Blood thickens again, circulation slows, and small clots begin forming silently. You won't feel it, you won't see it, but it's happening. Sometimes, overnight, one of those clots reaches the brain. Speech slurs, vision blurs, one side of the body fails. A stroke strikes without warning. I'll never forget Mr. Allen, a 74-year-old retired engineer from Wisconsin. He took his medication faithfully and drank a daily green smoothie packed with spinach and kale to stay strong for his grandchildren. For months he felt fine, until one morning his wife found him collapsed, paralyzed on one side, unable to speak. The cause wasn't medication failure. It was excessive vitamin K from the very greens he trusted. If you take blood thinners, consistency is critical. Don't eliminate leafy greens, but don't binge either. Never drink large spinach smoothies without monitoring INR levels. Your heart needs balance, and your brain needs stability. Beets are widely praised for improving circulation and lowering blood pressure. Many seniors drink beet juice daily, believing it's a natural way to protect the heart and brain. What's rarely discussed is that for older adults, especially those already on blood pressure medication, beets can quietly push the body into a dangerous imbalance. Beets are rich in nitrates, which convert to nitric oxide and relax blood vessels.
In younger people, the body adjusts easily. But with age, arteries stiffen,
The heart pumps less forcefully, and the brain relies on steady blood flow to survive. When pressure drops too low, even briefly, brain cells begin to die. Now imagine taking blood pressure medication at dinner and drinking beet juice later. Together, they can lower pressure too far. During sleep, pressure drops further, blood flow slows, and clots can form in this low-flow environment. That's what happened to Mrs. Jenkins, a 79-year-old retired teacher who drank beet juice nightly. One morning she collapsed. Her blood pressure was dangerously low, and scans showed a cerebellar ischemic stroke that formed overnight. Beets aren't harmful by default, but timing matters. Eat small portions earlier in the day, never at night, and never alongside medication without medical guidance. Celery is often praised as a hydrating, low-calorie snack. But for many seniors, it can quietly create the perfect conditions for stroke. Celery acts as a natural diuretic, causing the body to lose water and sodium. In younger adults, this is manageable. But after 60, fluid regulation weakens. When too much fluid is lost, blood thickens, circulation slows, and clot risk rises. Picture this. You take a diuretic or blood pressure medication, eat celery as a late snack, and go to sleep. Overnight, fluid loss continues, but you aren't drinking water, blood volume drops, oxygen delivery decreases, and clots begin forming. I treated Mr. Raymond, an 82-year-old carpenter who ate celery nightly while on diuretics. One morning he couldn't move his arm. His blood was thick, sodium low, and dehydration severe. Celery isn't bad, but eat it earlier in the day, hydrate properly, and avoid it at night if you take diuretics. Morning dizziness or frequent nighttime urination are warning signs. Don't ignore them. Kale is everywhere. Smoothies, salads, health blogs, praised as a miracle food. But for many over 60, excessive raw kale can quietly disrupt thyroid function and circulation. Kale contains goitrogens, compounds that interfere with iodine uptake. When thyroid activity slows, metabolism drops, cholesterol rises, blood thickens, and arteries stiffen. One patient, Mrs. Hughes, drank raw kale smoothies daily. Over time, she developed fatigue, brain fog, weight gain, and eventually suffered a small ischemic stroke. Her thyroid levels were dangerously low. Healthy doesn't mean harmless. Lightly cook kale. Avoid daily raw consumption and monitor thyroid levels regularly. When thyroid function slows, blood flow suffers, and clots follow. Canned vegetables feel convenient and comforting. But many contain extreme sodium levels, often 700 to 900 mg per serving. As kidneys age and arteries stiffen, excess sodium thickens blood and increases pressure. Tiny vessel injuries form, and the body responds by creating clots. Mr. Thompson, an 80-year-old widower, relied on canned meals. His blood pressure climbed silently until one morning he couldn't speak. The cause wasn't fast food, it was high-sodium vegetables. Choose low-sodium options, rinse canned foods, or use frozen vegetables instead. For seniors, sodium doesn't just raise pressure, it changes blood consistency. Potatoes feel wholesome, but they convert rapidly into glucose. One baked potato can spike blood sugar faster than soda. After 60, insulin response slows. Sugar lingers, damages vessel walls, and promotes clot formation. Mrs. Linda Morris ate baked potatoes daily, believing they were healthy. Years of sugar spikes led to inflammation and a clot that caused a major stroke. Pair potatoes with protein or fat, limit portions, and avoid eating them alone. Sweet potatoes are a better alternative. Pickles, sauerkraut, and kimchi are often praised for gut health, but they combine high sodium with acid, a dangerous mix for aging bodies. Salt thickens blood and stresses arteries. Acid can trigger silent reflux, irritating the vagus nerve and causing nighttime blood pressure swings. A couple I treated shared pickles nightly. One suffered a mild stroke overnight due to dehydration and pressure instability. Eat fermented foods sparingly. Earlier in the day, choose low-sodium versions, and hydrate well.